Howdy lab partners, and welcome to our hobby stream tonight. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're excited. The classic duo combination, me and Meg, back.
We're a classic.
Yeah. Today we are doing some fun stuff. We think we do fun stuff on most days, I guess. Though.
Not every day.
Not every day, but
today
is one of those fun stuff days.
Mm.
So what we are working on today are
robes.
Robes. Which doesn't
magical
actually
robes.
sound that fun, but they are magical robes.
Yeah.
Now, what you see here to start is where my wizard is at. Meg and I are painting some wizards for the new Cities of Sigmar army.
Woot woot.
Yeah, so excitingly, there are some old kits that are still holding up and are still out there and are still fun, and you can use them in the new army. And this Battle Mage is one of them. And this is a really amazing kit. Meg, we were talking about how cool this kit is.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of bits. So it's just like very mix and match, which I appreciated. And you actually have a lot of flexibility with the little, I don't know, what are they, tomes or
the arcane trinkets.
Yeah, all the trinkets. It's really up to you what represents what, I think.
Yeah.
And that was what I got from this.
Yeah, so, good. Soup's got my reference. And Soup's, by the way, the U is in the I feel like in the very very early editions, the word uncontrollable was in there too, and they dropped it later for just hideous.
Thank you, Zesticle, for the 5 memberships.
Yeah, thank you, Zesticle. We do appreciate gifting memberships. So, what you see here is one of the battle mages is the guy I painted up. Classic Zach would say this guy's finished. I'm pretty much happy with this guy, but I'm gonna go in and be adding some fun stuff to the back of his robe here.
I found this on the web.
Oh, thanks, Siri. Yeah, he needs a little more magic involved in that robe, which is what we're focusing on today, adding some magic.
Right. Let me show you how I got here, and then we'll talk about what Meg's up to. Meg, does that work for you?
That sounds good.
Okay. So, I spent yesterday on our patio, even though it was a billion degrees. Joplin was hanging out with me. Joplin's allowed on the table while I paint. Bartok's not. Joplin just lays on the other side of the table. Bartok kind of gets in your face. Okay, I actually did some test robes from Daughters of Cain kits. So I base coated all of these with AK black red that I thinned down so I could run through an airbrush. So you see 4 test cloaks here. Then I did Averland Sunset, avoiding the recesses, kind of at an angle. You can see me doing that right here, going at an angle here. That's what that's all about. So we make sure we got all 4 robes looking the same. There we go. And then the next step was I added, there they are, yep, looking nice. They look pretty cool like that, honestly. The next step is I added Phalanx Yellow, especially hitting the ridges. The test I wanted to do was try 4 different contrasts over top of these to see them change what kind of red we would create with each one. So the first one I did was Blood Angels Red. And Blood Angels Red created this very warm red. There it is. And I like that one a lot. Next I did Flesh Terrors Red. Flesh Terrors Red created a warm red, but for whatever reason it just
looks dull.
It was dull. It wasn't as exciting as the Blood Angels Red. And I kind of saw that one right away. Then I did the OG. This is the one Meg and I do a lot. This is Doomfire Magenta. Yeah, it is a great combo. And there it is.
I use this for my Skirgans and for Neferata's Cape.
I use it for Scragrot, and we are going to be seeing that. Then I tried something a little wild. I tried Sigvald Burgundy.
Wild.
Obviously, it was pretty dark, but I did like the way it came out. And something for next time. There they are. You can see all 4 compared. Yeah. Obviously, I think the 2 on the left are the strongest, the Doomfire and the Blood Angels. I then decided that I liked the way the yellow was looking, so I masked that off for the wizard. You saw him there. I masked that off so that his inner clothing would be that yellow color. Then I went ahead and painted him. And you can see this is sort of how he turned out. I've done a little more work on him since then, mostly on the scarf, but there he is.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to be doing here today on the stream, I got from Instagram user Zarek80, and I'm not exactly following Zarek's tutorial Exactly.
To the T.
To the T. I'm following it closely. I'm not. He uses these acrylic inks that I literally just learned about at Old Town Throwdown. My friend Dan showed them to me. I forget what the brand is, but I'm excited to pick some up. And pretty much what I learned from this is one of his tutorials. Check out his website. He has a photo tutorial stretched over 3 posts, so it is a little weird to follow, but he did a good job. Otherwise, I mean, it's a lot of steps, so he didn't have many choices.
Yeah,
Instagram caps you out.
Right. So, follow him on Instagram if you can. It's very thorough.
Yeah, it's very thorough. It's great. One of the big things I learned kind of is just the way he's going back and forth between inks and acrylics. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be favoring kind of contrast medium here today instead of ink to do this. And the other thing I really liked that he demoed and showed off was he did a lot of showing directions of how fire moves. If you look and you see his fire, it looks really realistic.
It does look really real.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at his tutorial on its own.
Yeah.
And like the steps along the way, and I was like, is this one of those trust the process things? Because I could not tell what was happening. And then if you go to his go to his Instagram and take a look at how he's actually applied it, he uses this technique a lot. Like
he does.
He's used it on shoulder pads with like a burning tree. He's used it on a cape. He's used it on armor, and each time it looks amazing. So definitely go check out how it's been applied. I'm really interested in seeing how it turns out for you.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I have a bunch of reds, yellows, and oranges, and some white over here. I have some contrast. I have contrast medium. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be changing some of my acrylics into they will remain acrylic, but basically making acrylic inks. And so I'm going to be... the other thing is, I want my fire... You saw his leaned a little yellow. Mm-hmm. I actually want mine to lean even more yellow because I'm putting it over a red robe, whereas he was putting it over a lot of black.
Right.
And if you look at his site, he's almost exclusively putting it over black.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how that comes out, but I want kind of like yellow flames up back of this guy's robe.
Yeah. It almost seems like you can skip the first step of like the wash of red.
Yes.
Unless you do like a wash of black.
I had thought about doing that, but I thought about maybe doing black red, which is kind of close to what he actually uses. Yeah. He uses corn red, and I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do that anyway, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me, Meg. Yeah. You have your own battle mage.
I do, and I have him on the Lumix cam.
Let's see what you're up to.
So he's not nearly as done as yours is. No head. His little trinkets are not finished either, but I really wanted to just focus on the cape. I wanted to do, we're trying to pick a color for each person.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I want yellow or purple. So I'm going to do both. I wanted the yellow to be kind of like a cream that transitioned into purple. Like purple for the recesses and shadows. So that's what I did. I considered making this little potion thing a light source, but I ended up not. I'm trying to just do like an overall standard light source from the top down, and I have a ways to go, but as far as the robe goes, we can take a look at what actually is inspiring me for my magic on this thing. Oh, that's not the first one. Let's go to the first slide. This is a great view. We'll get to it. Where are you, slideshow? There we go.
Just back one.
Nope. Back a few. Okay.
There we go.
I think it's backwards. Anyway, so Marieke Reimer was the 2014 Crystal Brush winner with this model that she calls Kraken Mistress.
Okay.
That's what it is. Kraken Mistress.
Something like that.
Kraken, yeah. Now I feel bad. I've been looking at it like for a whole day. I was just like, what do I want to do for this magical robe? I don't really know. And so I just started Googling things, and this eventually popped up. And I was just so impressed with her, with the patterning she has going on the robes. She's not on Instagram. I mean, I think she is. I think I found her, but it's private. So I think she wants to be kind of like doing, I don't know if she's still doing this or not. Mm-hmm. Her website's down, but you know, a shout out is a shout out. This is a great piece, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So step one for her, I kind of wanted to talk through her process. We did put some of these pictures in our Instagram story. So if you guys are on Instagram, go take a look. And there's also a link to this really great article. It was such a good article.
It was comprehensive.
You were trying to talk to me, and I was like, hold on a second. I need to read this whole thing.
It was pretty comprehensive.
And it's her process, like step 1 to finished, right, with this model. And this was her step 1, is figuring out. Actually, no, that's not true. Her step 1 was designing the model with the sculptor.
Oh,
like,
okay.
She had a say in that early on, which was super cool.
That's
yeah.
I don't think that came up.
This is like her model,
okay.
Start to finish, right? And she was like, make sure you add metallics because I want to paint that. Make sure you add like swirling tentacles because I want to. Yeah, it was great. Anyway, first thing she does is print out a picture of the model and paint directly on the paper. Just, messy, but right, like collecting, figuring out her color palette that way.
Okay.
So that was her step 1. I thought that was a really cool part of her process. This is a close-up of her sketching out the skirt. So she just sort of went with it. Like, she didn't really draw in advance what the pattern was on her skirt, which I was like, oh, that's so brave.
Yeah.
Because I am so scared to do stuff like that, right? And she's entering this into a competition, but she just went for it. She also used Procreate on her tablet and
I did see
added
that.
in some more. So this is really sketchy, scribbly right now, but over time she cleans it up. And she did all of the shading with a brush, like obviously with a brush, with layer paint. She did not use washes to get that gradient, even in the freehand pattern. Like, she just colored that by hand. Right? So she's literally using purple paint down here and teal paint up here. It's just amazing, yeah. I was just so impressed. So I thought this reminds me a lot of Zentangle, like Zentangle art, which is like a doodling thing, right? I'm not actually really a doodler. My brain just doesn't think that way, so I thought this would be a good exercise for me to try some doodling on the robe. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to pre-plan. I did do some scribbles ahead of time, kind of with this in mind, and I'm just going to go with it like she did, and we'll see how it goes, and I want to try to add some of that patterning into my robe to make it super magical. So yeah. Hopefully she finds this video since I can't find her, but it was great and I was super impressed. So if you want to hit clean, that's what we're working on today.
Yeah. Meg is, Meg's wizard, here, I'll take it, Meg.
Oh yeah, we can actually take a look at where I'm at.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we did already. I'm losing my mind, guys.
Okay.
I'll take that and I'll start painting.
Yeah.
It's been a long weekend.
I'm hopping to work here already. I am doing the red wash, but it's having a minimal effect. But it is having an effect, so I'm happy with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that it would be necessary, but it is kind of like making an ever so slightly darker area at the bottom of his robe where I want things to go. I am going to have my phone up here so I can follow along with his tutorial. Now I'm going to have to search him again.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, Meg, we'll take a look at what you're up to.
Oh, sure.
How you're getting going here.
Well, I guess I'm literally just going to start doodling. I mean, I have these doodles here that I was kind of talking about. I kind of like this, like how it's just sort of like organic and you can't mess it up. This top ridge started to look like a bunch of nipples, so I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. Nipples are all right, I guess. But that's what I'm going to work on. And I'm going to do this in gold. So I think I'll just go for the gold or copper in this case.
We do want to remind people that we are taking questions.
Yes.
We enjoy that. And we want to thank Broken Shelf for starting off here. Much love. Hearty congrats on Old Town Throwdown.
Thanks.
Question, verdigris bronze, but I'm thinking of grinding it up more with enamels. Too much? John is a fiend.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
That's.
Do you have the number 1 opus?
I do have the number 1 opus.
Can I use it or do you need it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enamels, grinding up with enamels. Yeah. So I actually did buy a while back a weathering enamel. Mig, the brand Mig makes a lot of these. I bought one and was using it on terrain Broken Chef. I don't think I actually ever used it on anything bronze that I had then kind of already done like verdigris on. I think honestly my advice to you would be to test it. Because I will say that if you're doing a lot of different weathering techniques all in the same thing, I think it can kind of start to look like a mess, and that can be its own thing, if that makes sense. But that's what I would say. You're going to end up with your own thing, and that thing is going to be a mess. Okay. And maybe that's what you want, because
that's true. It is grimy.
It is grimy. So I would say like I often do. Test, practice. I'd practice on something first. Personally.
That's what all those bits are for.
Yeah, I would, but I'd be a little skeptical to just jump right in and try it on whatever it is you're actually working on, for the reason I just said. I know when it comes to verdigris, especially, I kind of typically have added it to terrain pieces. I did do one statue that was like a very verdigris statue, but for the most part, I tend to focus on doing like when I do verdigris, I tend to focus on like if it's a pipe, I'll have it kind of just around very particular areas where like a copper pipe, like where it's kind of leaking out. And again, those pipes have been washed, but not really heavily weathered so much. But try it out, practice, see how it goes. Broken Chef, have you done any terrain? It doesn't feel like it.
Yes.
He has, yes.
He just showed something.
It doesn't feel like it recently, anyway.
No, he just posted a picture of this whole terrain set that he made, I think for his local game store or club or...
Okay.
Yeah, it's like white terrain with like blue recesses, I think.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's really nice looking. So, yeah, you're not correct there.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. There's a lot to look at in Discord.
There is.
Especially because we didn't have a stream on Sunday. There was a lot to go through. Especially in fan stuff. You guys are so active, which is great. I want to encourage everybody to take a look at our Discord. If you're not in there already, it's a great place to hang out and talk hobby, among other things. We have a hobby finished channel to throw your work when it's done so that everyone can give you props. We have a work in process channel for you to throw your work in process and also get props for what you're working on and keep you motivated. One of the coolest channels I think we have is our Hobby Critiques channel. We're all learning, myself included. I mean, that's all, both of us.
Definitely.
That's why, we show you guys these tutorials. We're trying. You're catching us trying them too, right? Like, we're new to this stuff as well.
Sometimes we practice beforehand, and sometimes we don't. Today
I barely practiced. Yeah, I really didn't. I'm just going for it. And that channel's great for getting actual constructive criticism. Like, you want the constructive criticism if you post in that channel. And our members are so good. Like, the cast tries to, pitch in also, like, as much as we can. And but we just have such a good community, and we all help each other grow and give each other really good feedback. If you're going to post in that channel, make sure that you're being really direct about what you want feedback on. Just asking for generic feedback on everything is a little tough.
It is, and it can put people off because they're like, well, I kind of want to say something about his base, but I don't know.
Don't know if the base is up for grabs or
Exactly.
And also there's always room for growth, so it could just be unending. Whereas if you say, I really just want feedback on my robes, how do my robes look?
Hey, Meg, can I hand this guy to you? I kind of want to see if this shows up on the Lumix.
Sure.
I can already see that this is starting to have oh yeah, it does show up.
Yeah.
It's already pretty cool. And this is the type of thing where you could be lazy. Obviously, I have a whole stream here of time to fill, but you could start to do that. And you could be like, you know what? I kind of just like that. Like, it's kind of subtle. showing up down there. Now, one thing we should address here, Meg is going to be doing this on hers too. You notice this guy has a scarf, and the scarf is actually the Doomfire magenta look over yellow. That's because that's going to be kind of one of the main colors for the Cities of Sigmar army. So I wanted all the models to have that red. And it was a little funky because this model already has a bunch of warm red going on. So we threw this kind of cooler red.
Yeah, he was like not happy with us when we had to put red on his cloak. Because he's like, I'm already wearing red, guys.
Yeah, I can't wear a second shade of red.
It's not in the same family.
Right.
It looks weird. Actually, I don't think he's right. I think it looks fine.
It looks cool. I like it. Yeah. I'll take him back when you get a chance, Meg.
Oh, right. I need to give it back to you. Yeah, what was that show I was watching? Insecure. I was watching Insecure like forever ago, and this woman, main character, one of the main characters has like a red dress on and like purple lipstick, and I was like, oh, that looks amazing, but I never would have thought to do that.
Thank you, Soups, for gifting
Thanks,
5 memberships. We appreciate that.
Ooh, 5 new members.
Yeah, that's fun. If you are a new member and you're not in our Discord, we would encourage you to check it out. You can find a link at... Actually, do we have links in our individual videos? Yeah, I think so, right?
You're the one that sets up the descriptions.
We have links... we have a link on the front of our YouTube page.
Yeah, if it's not in the video description, it'll be on our actual YouTube page. So just open that up in a new tab and click join.
One of the things, one of the things I actually really like about this guy's tutorial on how fire looks is he makes a big point about going different directions with the lines, not just up and down.
Yeah.
And we kind of traditionally just do flames like that, right? We say flames go up.
Mm-hmm.
But
flames are crazy, actually.
They're crazy. He has them kind of going in every direction. Oh man, Meg, I really just kind of want to now pass this to you after each step, but I'm not going to because
do you want to trade seats?
That's gonna be annoying for you. No, that'll be really annoying for us both.
I mean, like permanently.
No, I know, but
so that I can mess up the end of the stream.
No, just we have all of our paints out and stuff.
I know.
So
yeah.
Yeah, not the best idea. Okay, we have a poll up, favorite D&D
Yes,
spell.
don't forget to vote in our poll. All our polls are very important.
Yeah, they are important. I did want to talk a little bit about the poll choices. We had this list of D&D spells, but they were kind of like newer, which is cool, but they weren't like the classics. And it's not just that I'm a grognard, but I thought that the newer ones were just words like anti-gravity or like mighty fortress. They weren't fun like Tasha's uncontrollable hideous laughter or Everard's black tentacles or fireball or grease. So I thought I would add
grease.
Grease, yeah.
What?
It just makes it slippery.
Slippery.
It makes like a slippery area. Grease was fun when you were a kid. The DM always had to figure out like what are the implications of this. Like, oh, an area is slippery and like some orcs are chasing me. What happens now?
On the on that list, because I found this list, I was like, I actually don't know a lot of D&D spells, but I think it'd be a good poll. One of them was like make the dungeon master make up lore, like on the spot. I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. Like just messing with the DM.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure DMs love that spell
yeah.
too. Yeah. Okay, we do have some other super chats here and some gifted memberships. So thank you, Broken Chef,
you guys.
for a gifted membership.
Thank
also,
you.
Zesticle, I think, gave 5 additional gifted memberships, which is really nice.
Oh, wow.
So thank you, Zesticle,
Thanks,
so
guys.
much, as always. We're looking off to the side here. Broken Chef, thank you for the gifted membership, which looks like... Man, my vision's bad without my contacts.
Oh, I can look. One was Petty 123.
Okay. Got that
Got
membership.
him.
Awesome.
Another one.
Yeah.
Somebody else was sniped. Dennis Vidal.
Thank you, Broken Chef. And Captain Mandarings, thank you. Meg killing these looks. Zach looking sharp too. Thank you. That's nice.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
I got this. Every time somebody compliments what I'm wearing, I'm like, well, here's where I got it, in case you want one too.
I mean, I guess that's normal, right?
Yeah. Eventually, they're gonna start sending me free clothes.
Yeah, maybe
if
we're lucky, yeah. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. The bodysuits from Black Milk, Australia company.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but also I hate waiting. It takes so long to get here. And the makeup is Menagerie Cosmetics. It's all their eyeshadow palettes are really cute. They have like paintings of cute little animals on the front. It's like animal themed. So I have the sugar glider themed one.
Sugar
glider, yeah. It's all like the rainbow colors. And then the lipstick is, I think it's Black Moon lip, cosmetics. So there we go. There's your shout outs.
Yeah. Thanks, Captain Mannerings.
Yeah.
Stacks, we'll take a look at the Hero Forge models. Thank you.
The Hero Forge models.
Yeah.
Yes. There's more? Oh my god. I want to do things with Hero Forge. But I don't want to say for who, because that would ruin the surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said anything. Now it's like awkward.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, Soups. He says, hi, peeps. Inquiring minds must know if any of these casters have names yet. Quite sad that Magical Trevor is already taken.
Magical Trevor?
No names for these guys yet.
Can you guys name them? I want chat to name them. Would you put their names on the base?
You know
somewhere?
what? I wouldn't.
We could put it on the ribbon.
No. You know what I would do?
This guy.
Just have that as their name. Sorry.
Okay. Next time I paint an army, guys.
Sounds great. You can do all kinds of things.
I'll do what you can do all kinds of crazy things that chat wants.
Yeah.
Zach's not gonna do it.
No.
Guys, get Zach.
Oh, I'm so excited about how these bases came out too. I'm definitely not writing on them. Sorry, Chad. I love you guys.
Not the bases, the ribbon. It'll be great.
The ribbon, no. I think one cool Meg, sorry, can I put him back on?
Oh my gosh.
One cool thing. There's a couple reasons I want to show him again. I do want to talk about the base. So we're actually going to show you guys how to make these bases on Sunday stream.
Yes.
We're going to do a basing.
It's all connected.
Yeah, the first of many basing streams.
That Charlie Day?
The theme is going to be city and urban bases.
What's the theme?
But they are Sigmar, so they're not they're not going to be sci-fi. We will get there, I promise. But for this week, we're going to be doing kind of like stone city bases.
Yeah.
By the way, there he is. You see the flames are popping out more. There's yellow and red mix, which actually makes orange. A lot of folks don't know that. And you can...
I'm sorry, what?
You can mix yellow and red again and make orange, and that's what's going on there.
Sounds like, if people don't know that, we need to make a color theory video, don't we?
We do. Now, what I'm going to be adding to his base, and we'll investigate this on Sunday, is because when you do cobblestone, it does kind of shut down a lot of things like little pebbles and rocks and stones, and things like
They get in the crevasses.
They could, tufts and stuff like that. It's because it can kind of shut a lot of that down. Instead, I want to have little flyers, like little like newspapers almost on the ground.
Right. We talked about this.
Yeah, so I'll be making some of those to put on. And maybe what I can do is include one of their names on the little flyers.
Go. Okay.
It'd be really tiny and it'd be hard to read, but I think it'll be fun.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. We got to do it for chat.
Absolutely.
Because I love chat.
Now, speaking of the poll, as you can see here with this guy.
Let's put mine up.
Yeah, great.
Because I've got some started.
Mine.
A little bit. There we go. You'll see it when it comes around. I have a few of my Zentangles starting.
And Meg, your yellow scarf here is also turning red.
Yeah,
right?
I'll put the magenta on it so you guys can see the before and after.
That's exciting.
The Doomfire magenta, yeah. I thought that'd be interesting. All right, you can come off of this because I want to paint.
Okay. Very good. Okay, I am just cruising along here with the fire here. Thank you. This is actually very easy, I'll say.
Great.
You just kind of keep doing the same thing over and over again. By the way, I think you could
also... a lot of back and forth.
It's a lot of back and forth. I think you could also use his technique here, like this, to make grass. There'd just be... You would stop... There's a step or two I'm going to do in a little bit that I think is going to help blend this into fire a little bit more. But, like, you could almost stop where I'm at right now if you had been doing a bunch of different... Like, a few greens. and make like a grass camouflage thing, which I've done before. So when I say you could do it this way, I actually literally mean
speaks from experience.
I know you could. I've done it on my Grek. What's his name? Grek cloak. He has grass. I did grass kind of like this.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting doing this again and knowing that's hopefully going to be
for a different purpose.
Looking like fire, yeah.
Neat.
Okay, yeah, coming along. I'm into this. This is a big deal, actually. This is really like seeing this around the base of his robe, like totally elevates the model.
Yeah.
Like immediately, like it looks fine, and that can be hard, right? When you're like painting or making anything, creating anything, even food, and you're like, wow, it's really good like this, but then you don't know if an addition would be better, right? Like, so it can be kind of hard to do that, I think, sometimes, and you know, push yourself and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I think it's gonna make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of going through that when I was painting the robe itself. I was like, am I doing too much? Is this too much back and forth? But I ended up being pretty happy with how it came out.
Eventually, you hit diminishing returns, right? I mean, yeah, I know you're saying no, but it is true. Everybody will. Eventually, you will hit diminishing return.
I guess so.
You'll get to a point where
I didn't feel like I hit it though.
You'll get to a point where
felt like I ran out of time.
Where you're spending more and more time accomplishing exactly right, accomplishing kind of less and less with each step. At least I think in most things you'll hit that point. Man, this is so cool. I keep doing a step and then being...
You're like, put it on the camera.
I know, I keep wanting to pass it and put it on the camera.
I mean, we can.
No, it's okay. Each step only takes...
Let's check in on chat. I want to stay kept up with them.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Broken. All right. Oops. Cass gifted 1 hobby collab membership. Thank you, Cass.
Thanks, Cass.
That's awesome. Who'd you snipe?
And yeah, thanks, Cass.
We got John.
John, it's so funny. And thanks,
John.
thanks, Nick Garcia. We know this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, we met this guy.
Nick.
Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see what comes. Thanks, Nick. We met Nick. Well, I feel like I've kind of met Nick before.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But not like super a lot.
Not super a lot.
Yeah, like you kind of. You can be in an event with another person and kind of meet them, but not interact with them too much at that event. And actually, I didn't get to really interact with Nick too much at Old Town Throwdown this past weekend either.
I mean, I couldn't get away from my table. Like, all my games went long. Like, not long. I mean, we had to end when we had to end. But I couldn't get away to, like, go look at other people's armies or other games. Like... and like really talk to people who were saying hi to me. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't take death.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't take 40 zombies and 20
gosh.
skeletons.
It takes me like an hour to just move them.
It's true. But I do also think this season in Age of Sigmar games are going longer.
Do they?
I think so. Because
You
Magic Phase is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's really a slow part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in on my okay, it's okay. I'm gonna check in on my thing, my
Your thing.
my tutorial and see
Oh yeah.
where I'm at. Now he's at the stage where he starts adding a glaze around the fire. Okay.
Oh yeah. To add like some atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really like how he goes back and forth so much. That's really the key to a lot of this stuff is back and forth, back and forth. Do your highs, do your lows.
Yeah.
Keep going until you meet in the middle. Thank you for the hearts. We still love all the hearts.
We do.
That's
I
fun.
love the hearts. Okay, he's actually, the next step that he's doing here is actually adding some pink, which is kind of interesting. So I'm going to add a pink glaze. I'm making kind of a pink glaze here.
Yeah. With
corn red, contrast medium, and white.
Okay.
Let's see how this comes out. A little scary, actually. Is that
spooky?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Here we go. Okay. And I'm actually a pretty big fan of the GW contrast medium. To use it on like their like not just theirs, but I mean actually because this is GW.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's nice. It the texture or consistency it turns paint, I think is like kind of nice. So I don't know. It does like it doesn't really. It feels like it doesn't exactly make contrast. I know that's kind of what it's supposed to be doing, but it feels like it. I don't know. Just makes a diluted, controllable, not like runny. A diluted yet controllable version of that paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which it's not the only product out there that does that. AK makes a product called Transparator, which is really great. Kat kind of turned me onto that. But I really do like the kind of control you get with the Citadel contrast medium. You okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to help with the buttons.
Oh, okay.
Since they're not really changing all that much today. Yeah, guys, make sure you check us out on Instagram. Another reminder that we have today's tutorial in our stories. You can find it there very easily and see how to make these flames for yourself.
Yeah, we shared that there, and it's kind of he does this a lot. He does this on so many different models. I think like people get a thing and they get really into it.
I totally get that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Some other cool stuff going on in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again, Nick. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, his first chat.
Stacks. Sometimes it just hops. Yeah. That's good. I just want to see what else is going on. Okay. So thank you. Cool. Kurt the Viking. Congratulations on the channel progress. Here's a little something for the Infinity Model Fund. Thanks, Kurt.
Is that what we're doing?
You know what we actually have been looking at? We were looking at even today at Game Castle was some of the Malifaux models. Right, Meg? We were looking a little bit at them.
Yeah, I saw a monster box that I liked a lot.
Yeah.
It was like a monster thing. I think its stomach was open. I can't remember. And then it had like a little crazy-eyed girl. She had pigtails.
Okay.
And then what was the other girl doing? She was like, she almost looked like a centaur. No, she had claws. But she was just like this bad A-looking hot chick with like animal legs.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, and she had horns too. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. I want that. I don't know anything about this game.
Of course, we know nothing about this game.
Yeah, Brett will teach us.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many models do we need, Brett? Can I just buy that box of 3 and call it done? Or do I need more than that?
He was kind of going through it a little bit with me. So but I don't.
I just assume Brett's watching.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what we need. But Game Castle has like so many boxes right now.
Yeah.
And Brett was like, "Oh no, just like play with some of mine first." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I want to paint them, so."
Right? Like
I might
that's
as
the
well.
fun part.
Yeah.
For me, anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Oh man, this is so fun. Doing the fire this way.
Good.
So this is very cool. Interesting. This step I'm on right now, I made like a pink glaze and put it behind put it on top of the fire, and now I'm taking a more opaque version of the pink and doing the streaks again. And what I actually see that what it's doing is it's kind of weirdly making it look like it's behind the fire, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Or like you said, like atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I'm painting over top and literally above the existing fire, but it is kind of giving the vibes of being like the fire like behind the fire, if that makes sense. Or
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. But I am going to need a way to blend these two in. Because right now they, as you can see, they're kind of...
Oh, yeah, it's pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trusting his process because...
Yeah. It might just look different because it's on top of the red.
No, his looked pink too.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You're good.
Okay, yeah, he's doing now...
Figure out what I want to do on the inside. kind of like, do I want to just leave the inside alone?
Oh, I'm leaving the inside alone.
Yeah,
I'm calling it.
Like
yeah.
this, what I was excited when you were like, hey, do you want to do a wizard with me? Like, you can do whatever you want. It's like, this is great because this is something that I can practice one time, just kind of have some fun with it, and not where it's not my army, it's not my unit, so I can just enjoy myself for one model and try something a little different.
Yeah.
Zach can finish it up for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to kind of looked and saw what his next steps were. And I think to remedy the pink, so now I'm going off script a little bit.
Oh, already?
I'm going to do, already. Because I think like you said, it has to do with black going on.
Maybe.
So I think I'm going to try to pull in a little yellow contrast. Since my fire is already very yellow, I think this will kind of redify the pink. It'll make the pink a little more red.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. Meg, can you read this one from Zelnasty?
Yeah, Zelnasty. Thank you. Got some cool Alderi and Necron rolling pins to make some ruins for base terrain. Any advice on material to use? Pottery clay, green, gray stuff, foam board. This is great. Another reminder to you guys, we're going to be talking about this very topic, especially rollers, on Sunday stream. We're doing that kind of basing.
Yeah, we are actually literally using rollers, which is funny.
Yeah. So you've used foam board. You've used gray stuff, which I think, is that Magisculpt?
Magisculpt's how we made these ones right here today. Yeah.
That's what we've used.
Yeah.
Any advice on material to use?
Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Meg.
I've never done green stuff. Have you done green stuff? Okay.
I have. Green stuff's good.
Never done pottery clay.
My issue though, so for whatever reason I don't love green stuffs. I think it's kind of hard to work with. It's dense. It's a little intense and dense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't love it, but I think Magisculpt.
Do you respect it?
What's that?
Do you respect it?
Well, I do, and I like it for small things. Whereas like any kind of larger thing, I kind of prefer Magisculpt. And if I'm actually sculpting and building something or using a roller, I don't love the way green stuff interacts with rollers. There are lots of tricks out there you can do, adding stuff. Even just some of them are just as simple as keeping things a little damp.
Mm-hmm.
So there are absolutely tricks you can use to make it work a little bit better. But for me, Zonasty, I will say I'm a pretty big fan of Magisculpt. We actually literally today
just bought a big old bucket.
Went to Tap Plastics here in the Bay Area, which I'm obsessed with.
You love Tap Plastics.
I do. It was your first time, and I guess we had a lot to do, and so I didn't want to overburden you by doing my usual.
Overburden me.
Doing my usual looking around Tap Plastics.
It's not that big. I mean, I don't know how long you could possibly spend there, Zach.
It's pretty cool though. There's lots of cool stuff, and you can look, and they'll let you look at the things. They'll let you just look around
at the things in their store.
Yeah, they'll let you just look around if you ask. It's great. So I do like Magisculpt. Now here's what I'll say, Zonasty. I got the Magisculpt from a plastic store in our local area. The other day I checked Amazon to see if they had any. I couldn't find any on Amazon except for I think a humongous amount for very expensive. So I am personally a pretty big fan of Magisculpt. I'll be honest with you, it comes in different colors. I've gone black and I've gone white. White's I think the easiest one to find. It's kind of the most generic one. And I'll be honest with you, that's all you need. You're going to prime it. Does it make a big difference? You're going to prime it. No, you're going to prime it anyway.
It's literally just the color.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of application. There's so it gets used for plumbing. It gets used for like building construction.
It's used for non-fun things.
It gets used for non-fun things. Believe it or not, I know, so stupid.
Yeah.
But Meg, I hate to do this to you, but I think we're gonna have to put him back on there. Just when you get a chance. I'm gabbing here to Zonasty, so you can take your time. Magisculpt. Foam board. So foam board is interesting. Here's where he's. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Joplin again. Here you go. Here's where he's at. Look, the pink went away with the yellow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more pink.
Yeah.
He's on fire,
He
man.
is on fire. So this guy, I'm excited. By the way, I'm excited because this wizard has the skull. There's all kinds of different little trinkets you can give your wizards. So I'm excited about the different trinkets.
Yeah.
But I picked the flaming skull and made this guy kind of like a fiery guy. Thanks, Meg. Mm-hmm. So Magic Sculpt's my recommendation. There's a couple other ones. Milliput for small things is nice, but I don't know that I would want to be sculpting a lot with Milliput, to be honest.
Yeah, we used Milliput and green stuff for gap filling. Really.
Yeah, for like sculpting, I like Magic Sculpt. I'll be honest.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
Foam board. You've done foam board.
Well, I've done pink foam. I have done.
Is that
There's the stuff that's like paper with foam in the middle. I don't like that. The
pink foam worked really well for
Pink foam's good. Yeah. Pink foam's good on bigger things, but you can also make little rocks and stuff with it. And they do make pink foam rollers. We have some. And I've used them, and they work great. So they do make rollers for pink foam. They're 3D printed. There's people on Etsy that sell them. And honestly, if you're doing any 3D printings on Etsy or you know anybody who is, you can get them to print you one. They're just these 3D printed rollers that have a shape in them.
Yeah, find a local Brett.
Yeah. So super would encourage you to do that. But I think pink foam is a little its application, I'm trying to think how to say this. Its application for bases is a little iffy. Like it's harder to get exact circles. You saw when we had, I don't want to keep making Meg put this guy up here. I'll switch to this view. You saw that on this guy's base we literally have a circle. And that's because we have a collection of cutters, right, Meg? We have we have cookie cutters, basically.
Cutters for base sizes.
For each base size, except for annoyingly 28.5, the newest base size.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't have one for that. I actually have to figure out if I can get Green Stuff World if I can buy one from them. So good luck, Zone Nasty. Yeah, I'm okay. Good luck, Zone Nasty. We're going to talk more about basing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hope to see you there. The THC stream.
Yeah.
Everyone has to show off as much arm as Saray. I don't know.
Oh boy, flex for every super chat. I'd be so embarrassed.
Yeah, only if Saray's not there.
Saray, you need to help me with my gains first.
Yeah,
do that.
I think I would only do that if there was no Saray in the if he wasn't there. Yeah. Yeah. So
he puts us all to shame.
Yeah. Thanks, Cass, for gifting a membership. We appreciate that. Really nice of you.
Sniped Lone Star Medic.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
We have a segment.
We do. We have a few.
We have a couple things we
to
can
get
do
through.
right now.
We do. Awesome. Okay, let's do a segment.
Let's do it.
Good idea. Today. Oh,
Yeah. That's the segment. It's us.
No,
okay.
So when I hit the Joplin video button, it then Stream Deck then has a timer on it, and when the video's over, it cuts back to clean. And I literally must have pressed this right as it ended and went back to clean. Yeah, kind of annoying. Okay, our favorite wizards from Old Town Throwdown. Now, if you are only in it for the hobby show here at Hobby Collab, we understand. But we did do a Age of Sigmar show yesterday, Mondays in the Mortal Realms on Tuesday. And in that show, we did a
recap of our experience at Old Town Throwdown, which is an Age of Sigmar, really big Age of Sigmar event, tournament down in Southern California.
Right.
And it was really fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Check out that show. That show is
my first time.
Most of our past live streams are now behind a paywall, and that paywall is just our lowest membership tier. But if you're not a member... and you want to watch this show, it's not. So you can still keep watching Mondays in the Mortal Realms and Grim Dark Lunch, which is the 40K show that we do here with John and Saray. So we talk about Old Town Throwdown in yesterday's show. However, we want to talk about favorite wizard that we faced. Now, Meg, for you, did you pick this, which I forget what it's called. Do you remember what it's called? Epitome of Contortion or something like that. I always forget what this thing is called. Did you pick this because
Contorted Epitome?
Contorted Epitome.
I had the phrase backwards in my head.
Okay. What made you pick this?
Okay, I picked it because, well, A, it's Slanesh, right? I'm always happy to look at a Slanesh model. Look how cool these folks are. But I chose it because it was so awful to be against. I hated it. But like, that's cool, right? That's what makes the game interesting, is having formidable foes.
What did it do?
So I forget the actual
I don't think
rule.
I faced it.
I forget the actual rule that comes with this model because I wasn't all that worried about it.
Okay.
What I hated was the artifact that was put on it.
Oh,
And
okay.
the artifact is what made all, like, if you come near it, all of your attacks go down to 1. And so I was like, well, how the heck am I supposed to get rid of this thing? I needed to use magic to get rid of it. But this Slanesh army was super magical, and it was like impossible to get rid of stuff like with magic alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard to go against this mirror. But let's see, what else does it come with? It comes with re-rolling casting rolls. It has a 2-up ward. And then if you're really close to it, you cannot issue or receive commands. Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. It's not fun to be near.
No.
But it's not very strong.
No.
It's very annoying.
That's the problem with Slanesh stuff.
I know, but so I thought it was I think it's a cool model, and I was like, it's scary even though it's not that like strong.
It is a cool model. Yeah. I don't think I've ever faced it. They have some other weird tricks. It used to, I think, behave differently. I think it used to like let you not act if you were near it, like kind of like Bellicor, I think does. It used to have some kind of funky. Oh, like, sorry, wrong one.
Get Derpo away from here.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I picked the Lady of Vines from Sylvaneth. I actually faced her twice. She seems to be popular currently in the meta. She does have a model. Yeah. She is a cool model. She does have a ward spell of passing out a 5-up ward. That really was make or break for my opponent's Dryads in both Viet and Roberto. If she got this spell off, they could live, and if she didn't, then they typically died.
Yeah.
So she's kind of cool. She's a little slappy. She's not totally just a nerd, as you can see. She's got these vines she whips you with. Kind of cool. She's okay in combat. She's not amazing. Like, you wouldn't want to put her up against like a Stonehorn or a Zombie Dragon or something like that. They'd get wrecked, or she'd get wrecked. But one kind of cool thing about her is that all of her weapons have like 3-inch range.
Oh, that is cool.
So you can put like a wall of Dryads in front of her, and then she like just stands behind them, and she like attacks, but nobody can get her unless they also have a 3-inch range.
Terrible.
Which isn't that common actually in Sigmar.
Okay.
So you're kind of like, you kind of can't hit her, and she's like sitting there hitting you. Here's the other crazy thing about her, Meg.
Okay.
She has, like a lot of models, as you know, Derpo has his Derpo's a zombie dragon on a vampire lord on zombie dragon. He has his shooting attack, right?
Yeah.
And Marathi has that shooting attack. Alario has one. It's kind of the like hit on 2. Well, yours hits on 3 and wounds on 3, but it's scary, right? But it never seems to do anything.
Yeah.
Both my opponents, well, actually, especially Viet, Roberto, not so much. But both of my opponents were having rather crazy luck with her one shot, which hits on 2, wounds on 2. I think it's Ren 2 for D6 damage. So she has that one shot, but Viet was like hitting my spiders every game, every turn for like 4 to 6 wounds, and it was like driving me nuts. I was like, those aren't supposed to work that well.
That's not supposed to be how it is.
That's not how that's supposed to work. Yeah. So super fun. Old Town Throwdown. If you didn't watch our recap of it yesterday, and you are curious about events in the Age of Sigmar community, it is one that you need to check out.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
Yeah, the stream is only an hour.
Stream's only an hour. Yeah.
But I would strongly encourage you to look into Old Town. I think it's one that is even worth traveling to.
Sigmar player, yeah.
If you're a Sigmar player.
Oh, it's so fun.
People did travel.
We talked all about it in last night's episode. Yeah.
Right. People traveled from the East Coast to be there, from up and down the West Coast, from Texas. So. Not sure there is anyone from like the UK or anything, but
it'd be worth it. It's like
might be worth it.
Yeah, it's up there with Maelstrom Mixer that Brett's club puts on.
Yeah.
And
certainly it'd be worth it if you were like coming from Europe or the UK or some other part, Australia or whatever, and you wanted to like bring an army to get an event in, and you wanted to do something like Disneyland anyway, then it would be worth it, right? It'd be worth it to like do a little Disneyland, do a little Maelstrom mixer.
Here,
be totally worth it.
I mapped out the webbing, the magical webbing on this guy's cloak.
Okay.
Let's focus. Oh, that's not. There we go.
There we go.
I think that's it. The light's a little bright. It kind of washes out some of it, but you get the idea.
Well, look, while we've got the Lumix up, should we check in on Fire Mage Guy?
Gosh, of course we should.
I keep adding steps. Each step feels very impactful. And so I myself am kind of...
You're so excited.
I'm kind of wondering when I'll be like, yeah, I should just stop working on this.
No,
I think it's like
keep
close
going.
to where it should be.
Nah, keep going.
Yeah, I think we need to start adding like some very light, like yellowy white kind of things in here. That'll be the next step for sure.
Yeah. How's chat doing? Are we?
No, we do.
We got a ways to go, right?
Yeah, there's one from Castellan right there.
Well,
I think that's where we're...
No, we've got a way. Okay, Cass says, congratulations on the channel so far, guys. Enjoyed the content. Oh, and we lost it. This goofy. Okay.
There you go.
Enjoyed the content. I'm looking forward to remix version of the Brady Bunch intro. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
That intro is so well...
It was great.
It's
Ted. Of course
that intro is
Ted,
so well done. But it is
Zach was like,
uncomfortable.
I'm not enjoying looking at this. Yeah.
I
thought it was funny.
It is funny. It's well done. It's hilarious, but it is also a little uncomfortable and weird. But in a good way. Ted, I love it. You got my cringe factor of humor going for sure, though. I will say that. And
I liked how Bridger and John were my daughters. With Kat.
Sir, awesome for Saray here. He was just gifted a membership by Castellan.
Nice job, Saray.
Good job.
I turned that off so you guys don't have to ever worry about me taking a free membership from one of you.
So funny.
You goofs.
Okay. Oh, Zonasty says, ideally I'd want something hard that could smash into pieces.
Then
that's actually what that's what you do.
The Magisculpt, right?
Right.
Or is it Milliput that I used? I think it's Magisculpt.
I think we used Magisculpt for yours.
Yeah. Because that's what I did for my Neferata base. Like, I just made big circles or whatever of this roller, and then I broke it. Like, you smash it or clip it with the clippers even. What are those called? The with the orange handles from AK? They're just clippers, right? Yeah, they're just clippers. So... it's good with all your regular tools too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm checking where he's going. So this guy,
I'm like, what are you doing on your phone?
This guy's just off the hook. He's just going like,
oh yeah.
He's
detailed.
He's detailed, but also I can tell he's making this like some dishes I cook, where he's just kind of like, okay, now you throw this in, now you throw this in.
Every step is detailed, and I was like going through it. I was like, okay, let's throw this in the slideshow today, and I'm looking, I'm like, there's like 27 slides here. Like, we're never gonna get through it.
It's too many. Yeah, I'll grab him, Meg. Okay. Thank you so much. As I keep going here. But there's a lot, and I can kind of tell that now I'm just almost looking at the pictures he's doing to kind of see like what it is that he's doing, but I'm kind of also just off the script. Like, I feel like I'm sure he's on his own script, of course, but I'm just like off script and looking at his pictures and being like, okay, I should add more of this.
It's organic. It's like a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do it wrong, right? But you want to catch the major steps along the way.
Yeah. He even shows up here. Even
it looks great.
Mevos. Thank you, Zesticle. Wouldn't you say that the true membership is all of the T-Rex John memes we make along the way?
I mean, yeah, that's part of it. For sure. The memes, I just love memes. I love the memes from this community. They're always so great. It's funny to see that they think we're funny enough to turn into a meme. Like, I don't think to do that all the time. I like making memes of chat too, though. So I guess I get it. But
you make memes.
I make memes, but I don't know. I wouldn't have thought to before seeing what chat comes up with. So I agree. I think you guys should all join our Discord and check out the memes channel. Because that's where we make all the inside jokes. And you guys are in on them. Everyone's in on the inside jokes, which is great.
Yeah, inside jokes are not fun until
you're in on them.
You're in on them, and that's our goal.
We want everyone in on our inside jokes. So head on to our Discord. We also have like all these Nightbot commands. I'm surprised nobody's been using them because I love them. I highly recommend hot take, ! Hot take. Also, this came up in Discord. Speaking of Discord,
okay.
We had a request for more emojis and stickers.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, we have really awesome members, subscribers, and our Discord server is fully Nitro enabled, but we have 1 million slots for stickers and emojis. So please let us know what emojis you want and stickers. Our mods are really good about making new things like that for you to play with. So I know I just added a Stephen
Gargoylian Steven?
Yeah. So that's in our Discord. You can have fun with that.
Has Steven even seen Gargoylian Steven?
I don't know. He needs to, though.
he's probably recovering from Burger Weekend.
Oh, that's right. I want to hear all of it.
Is he still at Burger Week?
I
think he said it was Burger Week. He might still be up there doing burgers.
I hope you guys talk about it. Actually, I'm going to choose a different color for the
quick
inner
audible change here. Just like swapping it up. Making a... Oh, you're going to paint the inside of the cloak a different color?
No. The inside of my little, like, I don't know, tortoise shell thing going on here. I want to do tinier striping. And I'll choose... I want to choose a different color metallic for it.
Oh, I see. Okay, now, look.
If that's okay.
I'm starting to add the yellowish white. And I won't ask you, Meg, to put it back, but look how much...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's really...
That looks great. Don't show them.
We won't show.
We'll show them later.
We've been showing every other color, but the most impactful of all colors, we won't show.
Keep it to ourselves.
Keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Some things. Kathleen, thank you for gifting one membership to Leah McCullough. We know her. Leah. Oh, and thank you, Leah, for the sticker.
Yeah, thanks, Leah.
Yeah, we know Leah.
Let's see. Why isn't this mixed?
I love Cass gifting these memberships.
There we go.
Time.
Okay,
thank you, Cass, for another gifted membership.
Yeah, he is sniping.
Oh, I love
left and right.
Okay, and look, see, I think we're caught up. We're caught up now. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, how's yours coming out, Meg?
I mean, I'm happy with it so far. Where are we at? 5:30. We got another hour, a little less than an hour. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna fill in.
Goes by fast, huh?
It does. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill in some of these, some of the lines, like little. I don't know. It's been subdivided, so now I'm gonna add. I don't know. What do you call it? Just I don't know. Just little, like strokes.
Okay.
Of gold.
You know what I will say that is very cool is the doing some of the non-upward vertical lines on this on the fire. He was right. It looks very cool when you do some of them that are not just like straight up and down or like curved, like it generally vertical, right? Of course, none of them go straight up and down.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, but like some of them I do a little more in the horizontal angle here because I saw him doing that, and it actually really does make it look super cool. Oh man, I'm digging this way of doing fire.
Stax wants to know why there isn't a High Society Imperial Man emote, but there is. I definitely made one. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and look for it, Stax. It's there. That's the most important one.
Okay, now what I'm doing, this is me going a little bit off script. I've made, you guys can see here, I'm actually working with it in this shot here. You can see, I've made I use the contrast medium to dilute Citadel contrast, which is actually one of its main purposes that they suggest you use it for. Mm-hmm. And I keep kind of every few steps, I do a glaze here where I actually do, I go back over with this. And so that's what I'm doing currently right now. And that actually also, the yellow, then I can push it up further up the cloak. And the yellow is going over the red cloak that I've done. And it's like just like Megan, the word Megan used for atmosphere is perfect for it. It's just like building a little bit of atmosphere above the fire, and I really like that. But man, this is cool.
Yeah, good.
I'm glad I decided to. Now I'm on the hook for doing all kinds of other wacky stuff on these cloaks.
Yep. So Stax said the emotes on Discord, but not on YouTube yet. You're right. There are a couple of folks in chat right now who have access to add those. So that can happen. Someone can figure it out. Otherwise, I can do it after the stream. I forgot to check back. I meant to do it when we first set up, but there's a lot of gatekeeping before you're fully monetized, and then you lose track of what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some mail. Can we show off some mail?
It's time for mail time. Let's put that up.
So first, we do have a place to send mail.
Yeah.
If you want to send old-fashioned mail, listen, you can send us a letter.
Old-timey.
You can send us a letter. We will read the letter on air if it's appropriate.
Nah, we'll read it
And
anyway.
maybe if it's not appropriate, we might read it too.
You know me, guys.
We got actually something pretty useful here today, and because we kind of want to show it off, we're almost not showing it. We're almost not using it too much today because we want to be able to kind of show it neatly here. And I have all my red and orange paints over here separately, but what we received are these from Game Envy, are these acrylic paint pot holders. And we received these from none other than a huge supporter of the show.
Yeah.
And I have to say, frankly, a humongous supporter of myself, of Brett, and of Kat from back in our time at Tabletop Tines over at Hobby Tines. And that person is Rudy Picardo, who's been like super cool and just a great person to know. Rudy, I do truly hope, because Rudy is on deployment, I do truly hope that we do help your deployment be a little bit nicer. And Rudy, if it makes you feel any better, it's really hot over here right now too.
It's in the 90s again today.
And I bet, and I know the part of the country Rudy is from. I bet he's from the South. I bet it's pretty hot there too.
I know.
And at least where he is now, he's deployed in the Middle East. It's probably a dry heat.
Oof.
So there's that. I don't know if that's good or bad always.
It's still rough though.
Heat
is heat. I was gonna read the letter he sent with it.
Please do read the letter. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Let's see. This gift is from Kit Peteranex. Sorry.
I'm not sure.
We'll say Kit.
Okay.
Let's see. From Game Envy Creations.
Yeah.
They have a lot of practically useful products to enhance your hobby experience, but these desk wizards are my favorite. So this is a favorite of Rudy's.
Oh, wizards.
Desk wizards, yeah.
Perfect for today's
it's perfect,
episode.
Yeah. It was. I'm glad we waited to unveil them.
We did wait a week.
We did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. If you or your other YouTube viewers have ever experienced spilling their Nuln Oil, Agrax, Earthshade, or similar paints, which, yes, you've seen us do it on air.
I literally said we might use the single one for Nuln Oil.
Yeah. This desk wizard prevents spilling of your washes and contrast paints. It helps group paints if you're trying to keep a small number of paints in one space and fits lots of different paint brands. It also has a brush holder as well, which I find useful if I have to suddenly put my brush down. I got you all the different sizes Game Envy sells, so you and the Hobby Collab team can adapt to whatever you need during your streams.
This is great, and I'll be honest with you, I have never really pursued an item like this, but it is actually very useful for streaming. And Meg, like I said, we almost put paints in here today that we don't really need.
I know.
Too much to show it off.
The problem is, well, we started painting before the stream, right? So we were using them before the stream, and then during the stream, they're kind of just for display because we've got enough paint on our palette. But yeah, they're great.
I'm gonna say we were talking about them beforehand, and
they're classy looking.
They are classy. I'm gonna say that kind of weirdly, unpredictably, but maybe predictably, Zach, because of my hot takes.
And use it.
Yeah, I was just about to say the single I think actually might be my favorite.
It's nice. Like, you can't spill it. I mean, like, watch me spill it all over the place and make a fool of myself. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice. It holds it there for you.
Yeah, it is nice. I think I think it's kind of like I would put like a Nuln Oil or like
something precious.
Something precious that you're like going back to. And Rudy knows we use wet palettes, so a lot of times we don't need to be putting like layer air paints or base paints or whatever on these because we load up a wet palette, close the lid, move it off to the side. But they're nice for things that you're going to be.
Well, like right now, I mean, you've got this gold paint thinned down so much that I don't need a wet palette for it. So
right.
Yeah, I can just work straight out of the lid.
Okay.
Thank you, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy. And there is our email, not email address, snail mail address.
Yeah.
P.O. Box. And we like to go to the post office. And sometimes we have things to mail out. So sometimes. And then we can go and we can check our P.O. box.
We try to check every day. Once a week. We try to check every week. Not every day.
Every week.
So we'll go check back soon.
Definitely.
For the next stream.
Okay. I hate to say this.
You're done.
But I think this might be done. Now,
why do you hate to say that? That's a great thing, right?
It is a great thing because I'll have to just work on other things, which is fine. Now, I do have to do a little bit of cleanup on the base. And I kind of want to grab what I used to base this, to paint the base. We're going to show how we make them, and we will show how we paint them on Sunday. But I'm really into these AK sets that they package these sets that have a purpose, like dark skin or light skin.
Oh yeah.
Or rocks.
Yeah.
Or ice or snow, and they're really great. Actually, I wish I almost wish Citadel would do that too. We're gonna flip to this view here of you, Meg, real quick.
There's me.
Yeah. Are you okay to paint like that for a sec? Okay, great. I want to grab. Where did I put that? Ooh, did I put that outside? No. Let me think. I want to clean up my base here before I show him off one last time.
It's kind of funny you talk about diminishing returns, and I think that's where I ended up with this inner striping that I'm doing.
Inner striping?
Yeah, it's like I'm striping a few, not all, but a few of these subdivided sections. And I think I thought it would stand out more, but it's not. So I might do another coat. Or I might just leave it as like a shiny, shimmery texture over the top, which isn't the worst thing. But I'm not sure how much more I want to invest into it. But yeah, I like doing the metallics as like a magical kind of reflective thing. Yeah, no, Cass managed to get Cesro and Saray. What is happening? Did we get Umi's super chat? I don't think so. No. Umi, I finished my dragons. Thank you, Umi, for the super chat. Now I just need to find a very patient person, so not me, to teach me to play AOS. Proper pictures coming to Discord, quote unquote, soon.
That's great.
You're patient.
But I don't live in the UK.
You're right. But you're patient. He can answer all your questions anytime, Umi.
Of course I would do that. We hobby hang a lot. Umi's often in there. By the way, that is another reason to join the Discord.
Let's talk about that.
If you can't get enough of Megan and I just from here, or better yet, if you want to hang out with people cooler than Megan and I, which I would say is most of our mods.
Not difficult to do.
Then it's great because that's where they're at. Not just mods, but other fans and supporters of the show.
Yeah. Make a new friend.
Yeah, it's fun.
Go ahead and sit on silent if you're camera shy or microphone shy. It's just a cool place to hang out and see what other people are up to and not have to hobby alone. Yeah. Which, is of course our motto, never hobby alone.
It's true. So Nasty, if you're still around, by the way, here is the cobblestone before it gets painted. So this is this is what the Magic Sculpt looks like. And then we're going to paint them. Actually, Meg, maybe we can put one of these on the... Man, we're really using the...
Oh, that's great. I'm glad we bought it.
Yeah. Turns out we're getting use out of our $1,500 camera and tripod and little stand. There. Yeah. So it looks like a mess, as you can see. But once you start painting it, it really comes together nicely. Yeah. So we'll show off how we make these on Sunday, and we will also paint them on Sunday. And I think I'll actually be doing a lot of the steps on Sunday, kind of going through and showing each step, like a cooking show.
Here, I can put him up too, because I think I'm done with the cape. That's where I'm gonna end. But I'm gonna do that inside. Let's turn up the lighting a little bit. Yeah. So you can kind of see where there's some shimmery stripes. Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah. I'm cool with it.
It's nice.
So that yellow scarf now I'm going to paint with the Doomfire Magenta contrast so you can see the difference.
And
what it
Meg,
does.
you see, I made
We
you
all
a
see
little
it.
base here.
Yeah, I know. I'm
And
excited. Do
not
I
only-
need to paint it, or is
No,
it painted already?
it's good. It's done. It's ready. And not only did I make you a base, I also put it on a cork because you and I don't tend to do that, but
We should, yeah.
'cause some people like to actually paint that way.
Yeah.
And it is actually easier to paint the bases that way.
I know. I wish I had a cork for this guy. I had him on a cork, and then the sticky came off.
Glue him to the base. Here's the super
you're
glue.
right. I shouldn't I?
Okay. That's what I.
That'll take care of it.
That was the hope here.
That was the intent.
Okay, let me clean up this guy's base, and then we can put him on. And I'll show this. Oh, there's so many things going on today. It's so exciting.
It's so fun.
Okay, here's, by the way, what I was saying. I love these. If you guys can grab a box of these. This is Stone and Rock Effects. And this is actually the second one of these I bought because I have all the colors already, but I've used a bunch of them. And I decided that this was going to be how I was going to base my cities of Sigmar. Now, a couple changes. Here's what it comes with. Okay, and I really like this a lot. Okay, so it comes with one of my favorite colors ever. You can see it's right there. It says Tenebrous Gray. That is not what Tenebrous Gray looks like at all. Like, it's not even close. That looks like a brown.
It looks like an olive green to me.
It looks like an olive green. What Tenebrous Gray really looks like is the rims of my cities model. You guys know I love my colored rims. And these are actually probably my darkest rims I've ever done.
Yeah.
Because they're this Tenebrous Gray color. The way I've described this color in the past is if you think of mauve.
I can think of mauve.
The color mauve, which is, how do you describe mauve? A warm
like
purple?
A pink.
A warm purple with tan in it?
Like an ugly pink is how I describe it.
Okay.
A 90s pink.
Yeah, it's a big 90s color. It is that
90s living room wall pink.
It is that with its shade cranked up a lot.
Okay.
Right. It is a really dark mauve.
That's so weird.
Like Incubi Darkness is a really dark teal, right? Like that greenish blue.
Yeah.
That they've made mauve super, like this is the Incubi Darkness of mauve.
Of mauve.
Basically. So I like that about this color. Okay. And so it comes with that as its base, Tenebrous Gray. And then it comes with, and you wouldn't think these colors would make like stone, grayish looking stone. There's so many non-gray colors here because as we know, trees are not brown.
Right.
So,
gray isn't gray.
And gray isn't gray. So first you get Tenebrous Gray. Then you get Graphite. That is pretty gray, but it's like a warm gray. Then you get Rock Gray, which really isn't gray. It's like I mean, here in this lighting it looks like like bone color.
What is gray?
But what is gray? And then you get White Gray, which is the most like aggressive definition of the word gray added to the word white. They're really pushing it. It's pretty much a white. Yeah. Now I did make a couple substitutions here. So actually, not really.
Oh.
I have one more, which is that I bought Basalt Gray to add into this mix. So now I keep the Tenebrous Gray out of the box because that's the airbrush color, and then these four are just what I dry brush. But we'll go through it more on Sunday.
Yeah.
I know I'm giving away off Sunday show, but I'm just so excited about these.
You're gonna twofer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I actually need those too. Oh. The whole purpose of this was to use those to clean things.
Yeah. How's our poll doing? Should we?
Is our poll? Oh yeah, it's like
we might want to end it before we get to fan stuff, which is coming up soon.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put some old school D&D spells in there, and Fireball won.
Fireball.
Classic Fireball.
What does Fireball do, Zach?
Well, okay, I remember when I was a kid.
When I was a boy.
I started playing 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, but then later 3rd, and the way spells work at that point in 3rd and 3.5, which I know a lot of people love, the way spells worked is like you didn't start getting. Just because you were a level 2 wizard didn't mean you could cast level 2 spells. Oh. I think it was almost like every other level. Like I think you could start casting level 2 spells at level 3, and then you could cast level 3 spells at level 5.
So gatekeepy.
And well, it's just leveling up, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, what fell?
Oh no, paintbrush. Can I get it with my feet?
Okay.
You can pick things up with your feet.
I'm pretty good.
Oh, I'm doing it. I did it.
I'm pretty good at it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just my feet. Thank you, Meg.
They're fine.
It's not a great brush, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay that they touch my feet.
I remember. I remember if you guys.
Here's really quick. Here's the red versus yellow.
Oh, we can get the stand off there too.
It's okay. I'm just gonna hold it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so that's what the magenta applied over the yellow.
And we kind of saw that the Doomfire magenta in the video
there
earlier.
We go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love that. I love how easy it is to make a really nice bright red.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get that stand off. Actually, can you? Yeah.
We need another update on your dude, or.
Then
can we...
No. Let me clean his base up
and then
yes.
Camera, then.
Yeah. When you were a kid and you were playing D&D, and I wonder if anybody in chat will confirm that this is why Fireball is like one of their favorite spells. It was kind of the first spell when you played a wizard in D&D, both in second and in 3.5.
Yeah.
Especially in second. But when you played a wizard in D&D, you were kind of useless until like 5th level. Oh. Then suddenly, like you could help out every now and then, but you couldn't really help out much in combat. And I'm sure it's changed with newer editions of D&D, but like in earlier editions, it was like when you were level 2 or 3, it's like, oh, cool, you shot a magic missile once during combat. And
magic pine cone?
Magic pine cone, right. But when you eventually got to the stage where you could cast Fireball, it was very cool because magic missile did 1d4 plus 1 points of damage per missile, and I think you got 1 at 1st level, and at 3rd level you got 2. Then when you were 5th level, you got 3. So 1, your magic missile start to do like some serious damage now, like 3d4 plus 3. And then also you got Fireball. And Fireball did 1d6 points of damage per level. Well, you were at least level 5. So you did 5d6 points of damage. For context, like a short sword. Right. Yeah. A short sword
does as bad, it's worse.
Does d6 damage. So like the fighter who had like the magical longsword that did 1d10 plus 2, suddenly out of nowhere, when you hit level 5, you could cast a spell once per day that did 5d6 points of damage. And it was really cool. It was very cool to like finally get there as a wizard. And then you were like suddenly very useful. And you became insanely useful.
I can do Fireball.
Because they were like, hey, this battle right here, let's not have this battle. You just cast Fireball instead. Yeah. Whereas before, you were the guy who like barely helped out on battle.
Sort of hung out in the kitchen and ate snacks.
Right, exactly. Now you're the guy that like just ended a battle immediately with this 5d6 spell. That's
cool.
I don't know. Maybe that. I think that's maybe.
Oh my gosh. Look at all these.
These Umi.
There's like a battle between Umi and Cass in chat for who's giving away the most memberships, it seems.
Yeah, thank you.
I know, Stax. Come on, Stax. You can do it. Reach for the stars.
Okay, great. Thanks, Cass and Umi. Thanks, Umi and Umi again. Yeah, this is the 5 Umi. One, which is nice.
Poor Stax. Come on, Stax.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cass.
Thank you, gosh. They're trying so hard to get Stax. Stax, do you have it turned on? I hope so.
It just
keeps going. They keep going. Cass and Umi, you guys are MVPs. Zesticle, you too.
I'm attacking the darkness. Is anybody else? Am I the only one that has that memory of Fireball, by the way? Sleep.
Oh, and Caldorf. Yeah.
You're right, Caldorf. You're right. Sleep at low levels would be interesting. But then, like...
Didn't I suggest that one? And you were like, no.
Oh, I don't think it was on that. You're on that
I liked Sleep, yeah.
Sleep, I should have put Sleep, yeah.
I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah. Grease was another really low level one. Like, if you had a cool DM and you were, like, being chased and you cast Grease, then the DM would be like, okay, like... The 2 giant ogres chasing you both trip and you get away. It's like, cool.
Cool.
Cool. Thanks, wizard.
Thanks, wizard.
But Fireball was like, it was just so cool. It was unequivocally like this spell that just like wrecked.
Yeah.
It was like an easy button that you could just press.
Okay, so I'm actually highlighting up this ribbon a bit with
let me tell me
Evil Sun Scarlet.
Okay, I'm gonna do that too then, Meg.
So that's the next layer. Then I'm probably gonna go up another layer because you know how I do.
Okay. Yeah. Let me.
You know I like to layer up.
And what's your second layer gonna be?
Probably that orange back there.
Troll Slayer orange.
Yeah, probably just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna do it too. Can I look and see kind of how you're doing it?
Yeah, I'm just doing the ridges. I'm not doing a huge... I can show you guys on the camera too, but I'm going to show Zach first. I'm just going up on the ridges. Okay. So here we can put it... Will it stand? Will it fall if I do that? Okay.
He stands there. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, you can kind of see the ribbon. Let me see if I can... Well, now you're seeing his butt. But here comes the ribbon. That's the back. I haven't highlighted it. Let's see. Here's the front. Yeah, you can kind of see. It's hard to tell with the lighting here. You can kind of see that there's some highlighting going on with this ribbon.
Meg, I have a question. So we're kind of excited.
Let's go back to the front
One of the
cam,
things that we're kind of excited about the Cities of Sigmar army is so far 3 people have contributed to painting it.
Yeah,
which is
we
Yumi
did
and Saray. Yeah.
our Griffin stream. Those of you that are members can go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
We did Cities of Sigmar, Griffon, and some random dude on top.
Yeah.
Had to be a random dude.
And one of the things I'm kind of curious about is if I took this army like next year to Old Town or took it to some other event, hopefully I can enter it as like
from us, all of us, yeah.
Not just myself. I hope that happens. I hope that's acceptable.
Is that illegal?
Some places aren't into that, like Nova or LVO last year wouldn't. Bridger took an army I painted and wasn't allowed to enter it
because he didn't do it. I see.
But what if I did it as part of the team? It's okay. Oh, did it fall off the fork?
I don't like that. I want one of those holders where you actually put it in and it clamps. And every time I go to Game Castle, it's not there.
Might just have to order it.
Yeah, I will. I just keep forgetting to. So I need to grab one of those.
Saray has one.
Yeah, and I love it. And every time I take a painting class, I get one, and I'm like,
we could probably just steal Saray's. He leaves stuff here all the time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so does Kat.
Yeah.
Let's just steal theirs.
Kat leaves good stuff.
She does.
She leaves some good stuff.
Saray leaves his candy bars.
Yeah, Saray left a giant bro
candy
bar like packed with protein and stuff. So we found out his secret.
That's the secret to all those muscles.
The muscles. The secret to his muscles is that he eats a giant. Is it still in here?
It is.
Yeah,
it's waiting for him.
It's over there. We'll save it for you, Saray.
Yeah, Saray. It shouldn't go bad. It's full of preservatives.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I know. How does he put up with us?
But anyway, what I was saying.
Oh yeah, what were you saying? Tell me your story.
Is actually a little bit unrelated to that. Oh. Now that Nick has watched the show. Is Nick going to be able to watch these shows, and what will happen?
Oh, maybe
one of two things could happen. Nick will just be like, wow, those guys are so cool and so good at painting that no matter what, if that army shows up, I'm just going to make it win. And that wouldn't be fair.
Ooh.
Or is it going to go the other way, and is Nick going to just it's going to be old hat. And by the time he walks around to the tables and sees it, he's going to
could have done better.
He's going to I've seen it. I've heard them talk about their own mistakes. Why would I give this army anything?
All right, I don't know.
Yeah, do you think Nick is the type of person that has no self-control and is incapable?
No self-control.
and is incapable of not going wildly.
That sounds like Nick.
Wildly in either of those two directions?
Nick, are you a man with no self-control?
Yeah.
Okay, let me have that orange, please.
Troll Slayer orange right there.
Yep. Then you can have that one now.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yay. Jupiter got a membership. I think that might have been last week. Okay.
So Jupiter's good.
Sean's good.
Stacks still no.
What's going on, Stacks? I'm sorry.
Maybe he hasn't turned off.
Right.
Or like can it happen if you're like on your phone?
I really don't know how it works. But I know actually when I was watching on my phone, it was like you could be getting some of these free memberships if you just turn this thing on. And I'm like, no, I'm not stealing from chat.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull a Saray or John.
Classic.
Classic guys.
Or Leah.
Yeah, or Leah. Come on, Leah.
Leah's like, what am I gonna do? Leah's gonna be like, what am I gonna do with this?
So what happens now, guys?
Yeah. Do I have to wait?
Thank you for the hearts.
Leah's like, wait, Brett, do I have to watch this now?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cass
is trying so hard.
Cass, did you see there's an Easter egg in this episode for you, by the way?
Oh yeah, there was an Easter egg.
If you miss it, you're gonna have to just go back and watch the whole stream.
It's alright.
Lightning Bolt, also Saray. Yes, Lightning Bolt was the same way. You got both of them. Weirdly, you got both Fireball and Lightning Bolt when you became level 5. And they both were kind of similar. They both did 1d6 per level. I forget how they were different. Lightning Bolt, I forget how they were different.
So I mixed the orange with a little bit of that red. I know you hate that.
I don't hate that. Don't tell people that. to do like a blend later.
Yeah, to blend it up. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you hate. I mean, I'm sorry. You love it.
I know you hate blending paints. Mixing paints.
You hate mixing paints.
I don't hate mixing paints.
Yeah. I hate not mixing paints. So after I do this, then I'll probably come up one more time with just the orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's not quite, I'll be honest with you, it's not quite the right temperature.
Quite right. Yeah.
Because it's warm and this red that we made with the magenta is cool.
Should we have been using pink?
But I don't want to do pink because I don't want it to look pink. I want it to look like vibrant, and putting the warm red on top of the cool red just makes it pop more. So I'm kind of like, it's fine. Okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a look.
I trust you.
You should.
For this guy, it's helpful because he also, it helps him blend in with the rest of his wardrobe.
That's true, yeah. But no, I like the contrast it gives when you have like that's why I'll recess shade my reds with purple. Yeah. Instead of just like a dark like red with black. I don't think that looks as good.
No.
Yeah.
Red with dark red though. Okay, I think he's done. Put him on there.
Ooh, look at that. I still have to do my guy's head. Pretty.
Okay, here he is.
That's good because we're just in time for some fan stuff.
Speaking of fire wizards. Oh, you know what I need to work on with this guy is his arm. His arm is way darker than his face. I forgot to highlight up his... I forgot to highlight up his arm. Now, if I want it to be super awesome of a painter... and I actually don't... See, now I don't want to say this because if Nick is watching, he's like, oh yeah, you should have done that. I'm taking points.
Well,
I love the idea that
Nick is already keeping score.
Nick is starting to score us now. Yeah. No, what I was gonna say is if this guy's maybe a little bit more of an epic character and not just a little foot dude, or if I was one of those like serious Instagram painters of individual models and didn't have other armies to get to and other models in this army to get to, it'd be cool to maybe do like a glow on his face from the skull.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys?
I'm also opting out of OSL for this guy. Yeah. I'm kind of like I need to move on, like to other things. You know what I mean? I don't want to get stuck on this one model forever because I have a million other projects, and oh my gosh, I have my 90s Marine to finish. How many of you guys are working on yours? Fam, anybody doing the 90s Marine challenge? I have my Seraphon that I still want to work on. And, hello, I need to finish Smaug. Smaug needs his wings attached, and he needs some green stuff to fill in the gaps afterwards, and then we're going to repaint that. So I have projects on my plate, and I don't want to spend a million years on this wizard. No offense, wizard.
No, it makes sense. It's a little foot character. We got 4 of them. I'm never going to run more than 2 of them.
You're never gonna pick mine anyway.
No, I will.
You're like, I don't like the things you put on your wizard.
No, it looks cool. How are you gonna paint? He's holding a potion that's like fuming up into a skull.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. How are you gonna paint that? Have you thought about that yet?
Not really. I think it's gonna look like mist, right? So mostly neutral, and then maybe the dark areas will have like green.
What color is the potion gonna be?
Well, the bottle will be opaque. I don't want the bottle to glow.
You know what? I will say this.
I'll let you pick.
One of our favorites, El Miniaturista. Yeah. He just posted a glowing potion.
I'm not going to do a glowing potion.
He just posted a glowing potion tutorial.
So
it looks very easy, and it looks super cool. So if you don't want to do it, maybe I'll do it.
That's fine. I just don't feel like doing the OSL effects.
Well,
I
see. Yeah.
Because then when you do that, like I got to get the staff and like a little bit on this ribbon and a little. He didn't have it putting out too much OSL. Okay. He just had the potion bottle itself. Oh, so like next glowing. To the hand, maybe.
Well, exactly. And what he was really showing is how, and it was just like this. It's at the same angle and everything. And it was on an orc, and what he was really doing is showing how to make it look like it's in the bottle. Yeah. It was less about OSL, which we know.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look. We'll see. It's really cool. I just want to wrap it up is all.
Cass, thank you. He says, stay still. Stay still. Stacks and
Caldorf. Yeah, he's trying so hard to snipe you guys. Hasn't happened yet.
I think they might just have it turned off. It's
maybe.
Possible. Yeah.
I don't know.
But thank you for continuing to try. Browser later. Yeah,
I was gonna say, I think if you're on an Apple device, don't subscribe through the Apple device because I think Apple tacks on an extra I'm not sure.
yeah.
Double check. Compare
Yeah.
the price. Make sure you're not getting swindled by Apple.
Yeah, this happened. This would happen when I was at Titans.
And I was like, what is happening here? Why is the price going up?
There's a petty Google Apple interaction going on where they're whenever one of them sees the other one making money somehow,
they're like, you can't have that.
They both feel like they're being their Play or App Store, right? It's called the App Store for Apple and Play for Google. They're like, oh, you're making money somehow.
Give us some of that.
We want some of that, right? So
give me that. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Exactly. So there's like this weird pettiness going on between those two companies. It's really great for the rest of us. Okay, let's do fan stuff.
Let's do fan stuff. Yeah.
Did we do our segments?
We did.
We did.
You were worried we wouldn't have enough time, but we did it.
We did it.
Liberty Fires! It's Liberty.
Liberty Fire is super into these accursed cultists,
Yeah.
and he's been working on them for a while. Is that what these are? They look big. Maybe somebody else knows. But anyway, super cool. He's doing this purple flesh tone, which looks really nice. He's got his snow bases. Looking good.
Yeah.
I
nice
think
job.
these are accursed cultists.
Yeah, he's in Hobby Hangout a lot. Getting the vibes going. Go say hi.
This from Chris Likes to Paint. Now, by the way, if you're gonna put a name on a base, that's how you do it.
I get it, but
I still wouldn't do that. But it looks good.
It's great.
This is Ahriman.
Is this Thousand Suns?
This is he is he is the second in command of the Thousand Suns after
these.
Magnus. And Ahriman is cool. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the
Really?
lore. Yeah. Because he's kind of like Magnus. They're both well-meaning.
Well-meaning.
They're both well-meaning, and largely their turn to chaos has been perpetuated by the fact that they're working with idiots.
Oh.
Mainly the Emperor. And it's the tragic story of the Thousand Suns, and nobody better personifies that maybe than Ahriman, I think.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. I love this mint
this
glow.
glow. It's super cool.
Yeah.
I'm not used to seeing Thousand Suns with that minty look.
Yeah. Chris Likes to Paint might not love hearing us repeatedly use the term mint.
Why?
But it is a color. It is beautiful.
It's just a color.
This is I think this Michael Molecule, formerly known as Michael Cody, has some beautiful Thousand Sun color choices going on too. But I do truly think this is arguably my favorite color palette for Thousand Suns. I mean, they always kind of have the same color palette, but I would say application of it. It's really nice.
See. Yeah.
This is an incredible model.
Good night, Cass. Thank you for all the memberships.
Yeah, thank you, Cass, so much. Have a good night.
Caldor.
Speaking of Caldor.
This is the lion, and he looks like so spooky and like, what's the word? Sallow? Like, I don't know.
Sallow, good word.
Like, he's green and kind of old looking, and I love it. It really makes his shield pop.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks like, I don't know, like a sickly old man almost. Like he's doing something bad, right? Like, I don't know how to describe it. I really like this look that you gave the lion.
Yeah.
And I was worried. I was like, is it my screen that's making it look green? But then I saw like the red shield, and I'm like, no, he just painted it this way.
Yeah, is that
super cool?
Is that his normal base? I'm guessing it is. I don't know if I've actually seen his base. Really cool.
Looks like there's a dead skeleton on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I love how Meg has to classify skeletons are dead.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, right.
Not an
It's not gonna come up and like reanimate. Yeah. Buntaluphagus.
Buntaluphagus. I love the red he got here.
Good red, yeah.
We love a good red. This is a good red. I like what's going on with the bases here. I love me some non-black rims, as everybody knows.
Yeah. And the green really makes the red pop even more. What are these again?
These are called...
What army is it, I guess?
Stormcast.
Stormcast, okay.
I think they're Griff Chargers, is what they're called.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool, right?
Yeah.
There's so many models in this unit that...
They look like something out of He-Man.
Yeah. I'd like to get a few of these at some point.
Okay.
They're fun. They look fun to paint.
Yeah. I agree. Forest Wizard.
Okay, now Forest Wizard did a whole Orc Armada and posted it in the Discord. And I had to make a choice, and I picked this truck, and I picked this view of the truck. But there are some other really cool, vehicles there he did as well. Kit bashing, just amazing stuff. Check them out. I thought this was actually just the best picture he took, but the general vibe of all of his different orc trucks and orc vehicles are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
A lot of scratch building.
Looks like it was really fun to build.
Yeah. Lady O from Broken Chef.
Oh, this is my favorite model. Again, I think this might be my favorite model.
Lady O. Yeah.
I love
Lady
Lady O.
Cool
Yeah,
model.
it's such a cool model. Good job, Broken Chef.
Yeah, it is an amazing model. It makes you want to play. It makes one want to play Night Haunt. Seeing this model, she's cool too in the game. She's very hard to kill. She's super annoying. Yeah, because they have like unrendable saves, like Derpo and Neferata. I feel like hers is might be 3 though. Is there a Night Haunt player that can confirm? And then she's, I think, also a 4 ward. It's like super annoying. She's very hard to get through.
Thank you for the hearts.
Thank you for the hearts. And amazing Lady O. Toffee Troll. He's in bed right. He's for sure in bed right now.
Yeah. Toffee Troll's also in chat quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hobby
Hang in Discord.
Yeah.
Right? And he's been working on these like the Leviathan box, the Tyranid part of the Leviathan box. And here are these new lictors.
I love this green and red color scheme going on. These like jungly, bloody jungly monsters. So good.
Yeah, this is fun. These are looking great.
Yeah.
And speaking of Molecule Cody.
Hi. Look at this angry guy. He's so angry.
I know, this guy is just like out of he's all Molecule formerly known as Michael Cody, has always been a good painter. But out of nowhere, he's just like decided he's like going for like a crystal brush. Like, it's crazy. So I have to say, he picked this color for ultramarines, and ultramarines, as you know, are usually a little bit of a more let me say, I love this color choice he's made, and I do love the original blue for that ultramarines are. But I do think that the blue that ultramarines are needs a little bit of like. I like when somebody puts a little twist on it. Yeah. Like maybe a little bit of green ever so much or something. He has gone dark here.
Yeah, like I think I said this last time we saw his. It looks like the the ultramarines grew up.
Yes, and that's right because the blue, the blue.
It's like classy blue.
The blue that they have is sort of like child's bedroom blue, like little boy's bedroom blue, like. Right, like there's that blue and that red that all little boys have. Which is fine.
But you're right. Like it's cool to see this twist on it, and it gets a bit of a glow up this way. I hope you do enter it into a competition, like something from this army, because you're really knocking it out of the park, man.
Like the army itself, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Please.
It's gonna be tough. It would be. I would think it would be. If he's taking a whole army like this.
Oh yeah.
It would be tough to beat him at a RTT for sure, and even like if he's going to Vegas or if he's going to BAO.
It's gonna do well.
It's gonna do well. I also feel like it looks cinematic. Like, it's got the vibe of like what Ultramarines would look like in a Christopher Nolan movie. Like you wouldn't
if they were really angry.
You wouldn't see the traditional Ultramarines color palette in you don't think about seeing that in the grim dark future. This is what blue looks like in the grim dark future.
Yeah. Looks grim.
Yeah, I really like this
grim
one.
But classy.
I wanted to save this one for last because it's just incredible. I'm excited to see more. I'm actually excited to see has he done anyone? I don't think he's in chat right now.
He's too busy painting his Ultramarine.
We also always know when he's in chat.
I know,
but
there's usually some chaotic thing happening.
There's usually some hilarious off-color joke. Now, what I was going to ask is, does anyone know, has he done like a dreadnought or a small vehicle yet? Or a large vehicle?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's kind of what I'm excited for. I'm actually excited to see a dread like this.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, really nice stuff. How's it going, Meg?
I'm not done. I still have the guy's head left, but I'm pretty much done with the robe and some of the metallics also. So I'll put that up really quick. I'm just doing a purple wash on the copper.
I will go ahead and
I like doing purple
on copper
washes on metallics, but yeah, on a warm metallics especially.
For a while, I was into that. I'm now more into Seraphim Sepia on copper. Mm-hmm. May I have my dude back? Because I will highlight. No,
I didn't even realize he was over there still.
I forgot that I said
taking a nap.
that I would highlight up his highlight up his arm here.
Let me do the back of this, and then I'll put him back. And then what I have left is the head and like his staff. I want to get the head done, and then I think I'll pass him back to you. To finish up, since it's your unit. I really was just here for the robe.
Okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put him up on the camera. There we go. Lights are a little bright. Glasses Zach was ready to impart some wisdom. Guys, we have about 5 minutes left. If you have any other burning questions, you want to super chat at us, please do so now. We will go late to answer them, of course, but we do like to try to keep the show 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, Soups doesn't sleep. You guys know this. He just lives, I don't know, with us under the desk. Always awake.
Not true. He doesn't do that.
A little cage. We poke him with a stick when he tries to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Can I have it back?
Sounds... Have what back?
I need you to switch the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking my guy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thanks everybody for being here instead of playing Baldur's Gate. Oh my gosh. I'm like, what's everyone doing? And who can I chat with? And it's like Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I saw some names of people playing Baldur's Gate that I didn't even know, like, knew what D&D was.
Is Baldur's Gate D&D? Oh my god.
Baldur's
I don't
Gate
know anything.
is D&D. Yeah, it's a... and I played Baldur's Gate 1. To show how long ago I used to play video games.
Umi can't sleep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is D&D, and you get to make up your own character, and you get to pick how they look, and then you go on a little D&D adventure.
Should we play it? With
when?
all the time we have?
When would we play this?
Never.
I know.
It would just sit there collecting digital dust.
There's been a lot of I feel like once a month, like in the past since the spring, there's just been a game that's just like bonkers hot.
Yeah. Yeah, Diablo 4 was...
Diablo, Zelda.
Oh, right. Zelda.
Now it's this.
It was 10th Ed for a minute. And then it was like, nope.
Yeah, 10th Ed is...
Everyone kind of noped on out of there.
10th Ed is struggling against Baldur's Gate 3, as is all of everything, apparently. Society in general.
Bryce wants to know what would a hot dog mancer wizard even look like. I mean, I imagine he'd be in a hot dog costume and drive a hot dog car. And use his spells to steal clothing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And hot dogs.
I think this guy is done.
Zach is like, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, Bryce does, I guess.
Bryce, yeah, this is specifically a joke for Bryce.
And Ted, that's about it.
And Ted, yeah.
Okay, I'm calling this nerd done.
Ooh. Sorry. I'm in
you just pass him back to me.
I'm like, yeah, he looks great.
Okay, for the millionth time.
Look at the fire!
Fire nerd. Here he is. Angry fire nerd. Casting fireball. Casting flaming spell. Whatever they have in the new book.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Looks nice. Good job, Zach.
Thanks, Meg.
Good job, Zach. I'm just about done. Sorry, I'm slow here.
No problem at all. Fun stream.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah. It's always nice to just focus on one thing, and then I got to do a little bit beyond that, so that's cool. I do want to finish his head. I like I said, I actually like doing faces.
Me too.
Well, can I do the face and you can take the rest of it? And
Sure.
finish?
What
Okay.
else is left after the face?
Well, I didn't do...
The staff.
He's got a sleeve. He's got a staff.
Oh, the potion.
Yeah.
We talked about.
The potion. If you want to do an OSL thing, I will leave that
So
to you.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make a glowy potion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Elementarista's thing and see how much glow it actually puts out.
Yeah.
And I don't care if the potion doesn't put out too much glow.
Yeah.
On the rest of him. I'm not always super into like, oh, I'm holding a thing up in my right hand and like my left foot is glowing as a result of it.
Oh, I like that. That's something I want to learn to master. So when we go to Nova, I'm not taking the OSL class. I couldn't get a spot. I'm a dope. I waited I was not quick enough on the draw, but I am taking some airbrush classes, and hopefully that'll help me with OSL. Anyway, okay, I am going to put this up on the camera. Headless is Headless Wizard. Here we go. Scram.
They can hang out together.
I know, they're friends. They love each other.
There they go. Two
Aww.
wizard nerds.
Little wizard friends.
For the Cities of Sigmar army.
We'll get some pictures for after the stream.
This is fun. I like how different they look.
Let's turn down the exposure a bit.
I'm excited
That'll help.
to see these two on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Casting some spells.
Battling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Look at those.
Yeah.
How do you like your cape?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours too. I love both these capes.
I'm happy with my cape.
Yeah.
I like that they have the red ribbons that they both wear also.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's going to be like, kind of like the official color of the army.
Yeah.
Because I want to paint Hammer Hall Aqua Sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're kind of like red and silver and white. And I think that's like just like like Cities of Sigmar is such a great army to just do in like the classic look. I don't usually do that. I usually do a bit of a twist, and I probably will. And it has so many different models that like the normal guys they've shown, the steel helms, I can do them kind of traditional. But then it has things like this, like the wizards and the griffin, where you get to go and do like all kinds of wild stuff. Fun. Anything else, Meg? Did we get it?
We got it.
Yeah.
We still need names for these wizards. So chat, make sure you leave a name comment after the stream so we don't miss it. We want to see what cool names you can come up with. Because you know I like to name things after what you come up with.
Yes.
They're cleverer than me.
Mine are typically not clever. They're things
No.
like Durpo and Skullboy.
It's just rude.
Yeah, just rude.
Just rude names.
Hey, I think we did it.
We did it. I will finish this head after the stream. And
Fun.
then send it back to you.
Exciting. We'll have pictures of these guys up on Instagram
will.
at some point
Very
in the
soon.
very near future.
I will. Very soon. I
Very
will
soon. Oh, okay.
share those with Ted, and he'll get those up for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it, folks. As we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and always be creating. See you guys.
Bye.